Hello, thank you for joining us. My name is Antonio Huntley, and I will be presenting to you today on ramping up your resume. And so we are the Career and Professional Development Center located in the Commons Room 104. Once again, my name is Antonio Huntley, and I am a career specialist, and I am here to assist you as this semester comes to an end, and as you guys are making the final critiques on your resume. All right, so we are going to get started here. And if you have any questions, please post them in the chat. All right, so the objectives that we will be talking about today is the purpose of a resume, rules for resume writing, writing a targeted resume, critical resume information, the difference between a CV versus resume, organizing your CV, electronic resumes, portfolios, and lastly, the services that our office offers. All right, so what is the purpose of a resume? Please remember that the purpose of a resume is to land an interview, not to get you the job. So your resume should serve as a powerful marketing tool. It should be something that, best advertise you, and promote you. Also, in this resume, you want to make sure that you are being clear and concise, appealing, and informative. Also, please reflect on your unique experiences, skills, and accomplishments. All right, rules for resume writing. Think of a resume, as I previously said, as a marketing tool. You want to make sure that you're using buzzwords and industry jargon that that particular career field, career path that they may want. They may need some, for instance, if you're walking to a field that is require you to have highly administrative skills, you kind of want to research buzzwords or keywords that that particular job field is looking for, and try to use that to correlate to see, try to use those words to see which skills that you have that can be used in your resume that match what they're looking for. All right, so leave off anything negative. Your accent, you want to accent the positive. And please remember to start with an action verb followed by a noun. So organizing, marketing, you want to have those things, those action words to start off the bullet points. Also, you want to bullet point accomplishment statements with results. So make sure when you're doing something and you having your bullets, make sure that you're also providing the results on there as well. All right, so you want to refrain from using I in the resume. Please refrain from using the pronoun I. You want to make sure that you're quantifying and providing context. You want to quantify and make sure that you're providing context. Also, let's keep the resume to at least, well, not at least, but to one page. Let's keep the resume to one page, if possible. We want to make sure that we're able to get that resume to one page. Also, if you're printing, make sure you use resume paper. All right, and so in a resume, you want to make sure that you limit the use of bold, italics, and underline. Let's limit that, the use of bold, italics, and underline. And when you do use it, make sure that you're consistent. So maybe you may bold your headers. So be consistent with that. And make sure, lastly, that you have a perfect resume. All right, so let's talk about the format. Format is everything when it comes to a resume. You want to make sure that your margin is no less than 0.5. Margins are no less than 0.5. And that your font is no less than 10. You want to make sure that it's readable. Please do not use any templates. If you're going to use any templates, the only templates that I would encourage you to use is the templates that is located in our portal that we have, Optimal Resume. But any templates on Google or anywhere else, do not use that. And then you want to make sure that you're using tabs to align information. You want to have this in telegraphic style, concise phrases, complete sentences are not necessary. Concise phrases, but remember that complete sentences are not necessary. You want to state that if there's a job that you currently have or a position that you currently have or organization and you're currently in that at the time of completing that resume, um, make sure that you use present tense. Make sure that you use present tense. Or telegraphic styles. We'll make sure that you use present tense. And then past present positions, you want to make sure that you're using present tense, and then past position, use past tense. Let's avoid any abbreviations. You want to check for grammar, spelling, and typing errors. If printing, make sure that the paper is either white, off-white, or gray paper, gray resume paper, either white, off-white, or gray resume paper. And also matching cover letter, use the paper length and width envelope. Once again, if you guys have any questions, please post that in the chat area and I will answer towards the end. All right. So writing a targeted resume, research the position, determine, as I previously said, what is that employer, what's their shopping list, what are they looking for in a potential candidate or in a potential ideal candidate. What are some of the terms, the phrases, the key words, the skills that they're looking for in that particular position? What's coming? What are common skills that are needed in that career field, that career path? And then what you want to do is compare your skills, abilities, and experience, and see interests and future goals to what they're seeking, what are they looking for, or what we consider as the shopping list. All right, then ask yourself, how can I infuse my leadership skills? Then after that, you ask, what are your matches? So you make a list. What does the employer needs to know about you in relationship to that position? Please remember this question. Make a list. What does the employer need to know about me in relation to this particular position? All right, so if you can see here, these are some of the skills that employers are seeking. Problem solving skills, the ability to work in a team. Can you work in a team? Strong work ethics, analytical and quantitative skills, communication skills, written, and then also communication skills, verbal. Leadership, those are some things. Detail oriented, oriented, technical skill, flexibility, adaptability, interpersonal skills, teamwork, collaboration, information technology applications. These are some skills that the employers are seeking. And then here on figure 22, these are the 8 career-ready competencies. I want to start from the bottom and work my way up. Career management, global and multicultural fluent, leadership, oral and written communication, multicultural fluency, professionalism and work ethic, criminal thinking, problem solving, information technology application, teamwork collaboration. So you want to make sure that you even want to research and see what are skills that most employers are seeking. Whenever it comes to applying to a position, creating a resume, cover letter, please know that research is everything. Research that field, research that position, research that company. All right, so writing a targeted resume. Action verb plus subject plus rationale, and results. So let's talk about this. Action verbs. So strive to start all bullet points with an action verb. Action verbs give your resume power and direction. List all current positions and projects in the present tense and all past positions and projects in the past tense. We just talked about that earlier, but it's very important. Henceforth, why I just mentioned it again. All right, subject. Focus on what you've done. Keep in mind that the easiest way to add specific details to your bullet point is through numbers, quantifiers. You can also add qualifying details by using like, words like by, through, or with. Using words like by, through, or with. All right, so results. Include information about what outcomes you contributed to, as well as information about why your project, roles, or action matter to the employer, using words like in order to, and for. Can help you incorporate results. So what was your outcome? All right, so we're going to talk about some critical resume information. Sample resume headers, contact information, objective, summary of qualification, education, relevant coursework, experience, related experience, military experience, additional experience, skills, special skills, projects, volunteer experience, leadership activities, activities, community service, honors slash awards, accomplishments, presentations, references, or recommendations. These are some sample resume headers that are more common and more frequently used based on how you need to set the information up or how you need to format your resume. But these are some of the headers that you will use that may be beneficial to you for the particular job that you are applying for. All right, so let's look at this critical resume information. So let's see here. Let's look at some of the headers that she has. So you see she has an objective. There's education. This is relevant coursework, skills. You also see that there's work experience, academic awards, and campus activities and community involvement. So the header is objective, education, relevant coursework, work experience. Also see skills here as well, academic awards, campus activities, and community involvement. All right, so this is a sample resume. So let's talk about this. You see there's, the student name, the name is here. There's objective, there's education. She has her degree, the Bachelor of Science in University Studies, leadership, minor in education and psychology. There's GPA, only use a GPA if it's over 3.0 or over. Valdosta State University, Valdosta, Georgia, GPA here. Then you see work experience. Let's look at these action words: organize, copy, partner, and as you can see, it's present tense. So she is using present tense action verbs: complete performance, perform duties, partner with, organize. All right, so let's look at Cheddar's Casual Cafe, which is past tense. Train and supervise, insured, personally responsible for blank. All right, so you see here, leadership, manage, honors and awards, language, she's fluent in Spanish, work authorization, eligible to work in the U.S. for so many months. So this must be an international student. So all international students are required to list work authorization on their resume. If you are unsure of how many months you have, please contact International Student Services. All right. So if you attended more than one college or university, use the format for listing your education, your current and your past here. Okay. And as you can see, you see the result. It's an organized copy and print job, establish details and guide a team of, this is the result, 15 associates to ensure properly functioning department. That's the result. So this is just a simple resume. All right, so now we're going to talk the difference between a CV and resume. So what is a CV? A CV outlines your personal background, education, and experience. Unlike a resume, a CV provides more comprehensive information and usually exceeds 2 pages in length. So you can see the difference is a resume, we encourage that and recommend that you keep that to 1 page, while most likely with a CV is going to be over 2 pages in length. All right, health professionals, academics, and other specialized professionals prefer CVs because they allow the inclusion of additional details, qualifications, and training. The goal of a CV is the same as a resume, to present your education, experience, and accomplishment in a clear and concise manner and to land you a. All right, so we're going to kind of talk about the difference. I kind of hit that in the past slide, but let's talk about the, just the differences in a CV and a resume. So I'm just going to go down here. So CV, typically a CV presents a scholarly identity, and they are commonly used by many health professionals to provide a professional identity. CVs include a summary of your educational and academic backgrounds, as well as work experience, research, publications, presentations, awards, honor, and affiliations. While the resume presents a professional identity as well as a CV, but a resume is a selection of your skills, experience, and education. So a resume will most likely, as you advance, will never include everything, where a CV does. Okay, and length, most commonly, a CV is 3 to 6 pages, can be many more for senior scholars or researchers, where with a resume is 1 to 2 pages, depending upon the experience. But let's keep it to 1 if possible. All right, so when to use each of these. You will use a CV primarily when applying for academic, education, or scientific research or health professionals. It is also applicable when applying for fellowships and grants. Where a resume is not commonly used to apply for job postings and internships in the field of pharmacy. I'm going to repeat that. Resumes are not commonly used to apply for job postings and internships in the field of pharmacy. However, submit a CV unless specifically asked to submit a resume. All right. So content, CV provides, as I just said, a more comprehensive view of your professional and academic accomplishments, where resumes includes only that which is relevant to your qualification for that position. I'm going to repeat that. Resume includes only that which is relevant to your qualifications for that particular position. Education, employment history, experience, so on and so on. With a CV, you want to use between 11 to 12 font. Well, with a resume, you're going to use between 10 and 12 font. With CV, you want to make sure that your margins is 1 inch all the way around. Where with resume is 0.6 to 1 on all sides. All right. So with a CV, place your name at the top center. And then with a resume, you can do place that top center, left or right, both, or all are acceptable. All right, so when organizing a CV, ask yourself, what do I have to offer? The secret to creating a CV that is clear, concise, and well organized start before you even begin typing. I'm going to repeat that. The secret to creating a CV that is clear, concise, and well organized start before you begin typing. Take inventory. What can I offer an employer? Ask yourself that question. What can I offer? What key skills and characteristics and you ask yourself, what key skills and characteristics do I have, and then identify common CV sections. Also, you want to prioritize your skills. Identify your primary career objectives will allow you to decide which skills and experiences needed to be emphasized and which ones to omit when creating your CV. Think about your primary career objective. Write that down. Write down your principal abilities, skills, attributes, and experience desired by employers in that particular field. All right, so these are some common CV sections: contact information, education, professional pharmacy experience, rotations, teaching experience, research, publications, presentations, professional membership, service activities, awards and honors, and license and certification. These are some common CV skills. All right, so let's talk about electronic resume, which in this particular season or where we're just at in the country right now would be more prevalent. So scannable and electronic resumes use hyphen instead of bullet points, no underlining, bold, or italics. Use all caps for words that need to be emphasized. Use the space bar or hard return, not the tab key for space. So use the space bar or hard return, not the tab key for spacing. We're gonna have plain text format. Let's justify, left justify. Length is not important. Save as text resume. And lastly, let's keep it simple. So let's talk about portfolio objectives. This is a way to showcase your achievements, provide evidence to support your claims, make a lasting impression, help you organize your material. So portfolios are everything. So if you have one for your particular, career field, your undergrad or graduate career, I encourage you to, get a portfolio because submitting that to the employers really make a great impression. And it also let them know that you're not lying, but this is the proof, of what you have, the work that you have done. So definitely if you have a portfolio, work on getting one. Is very, beneficial to you um, when applying for careers, for a position. Right. So this is some content that can be beneficial, and you should have in a portfolio if it applies to you. But your cover page, you will also include in there your resume, flyers of events, if you're a graphic designer or anything like that, pictures of events or projects. Want to include writing sample, letters of recommendations, letters from satisfied customers, testimonials, summaries of industry or position insight, summaries, of industry or position insight, some awards or, honors that you have, publications, summary statement, leadership roles, presentation slash project summaries, and customer service highlights. So this is some of the content, as you can see, that can be included in your portfolio, and that can also market you. That can also show, you can advertise it, so people can kind of look at the history, look at your journey, look at the fruit of your labor, some of the things that you have did, and it can make a lasting impression on employers. So if you don't have a portfolio, I would just encourage you to, maybe start working on one. And so as this is coming to an end, this, are some of the services that the Career and Professional Development Center, our office offer. And as I said, we are still, doing these services, remotely. So some of those services are, we do career counseling. If you don't know what career path you may want to go in, come to us. We can walk you through that and discover what may be the best route for you. We do resume development revision, We even have drop-in career advising. So on Mondays and Thursdays through Thursdays from 10 to 2, you could just drop in and have a drop-in appointment. We even do mock interviews to allow you to build that confidence up before you actually have your actual interview with your employer. So I would encourage you. We kind of have some questions or the format of how employers actually interview potential candidates. So if you can, I encourage you to even sign up for a mock interview. We also have presentations, as I'm doing one today. And we also have career expos. Our next career expo would be September the 16th, 2020. And also, if you haven't signed up in Handshake, we, are other known as Hire a Rattler. Create your profile, upload your resume, and there's thousands of jobs and internships that we post, daily or that's already posted in there where employers are looking just for FAMU students. Then you also can receive e-notifications about upcoming events and employer information sessions. So we are here to help you as you get ready to shift to that next phase in your life. Once again, we are the Career and Professional Development Center, FAMU, also known as the Career Center. We are located in the University Commons Room 104. This is our address. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us. My email address is antonio.huntley@famu.edu. And I hope you have enjoyed yourselves. And if you have any questions, post that in the chat.